Yeah, yeah. He said, also that nation you serve, I shall judge.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Cooking with Marcia. Today we're going to do something very simple, dessert. Okay? You know, we're on this plant-based lifestyle, and we too deserve to have dessert, okay? Something sweet. But we're going to do it in a way that, yes, it provides that need for that sweetness, you know, maybe after a meal, on the weekends, that sort of thing. But also, it's going to give you that boost of energy. So you can use it not just as a dessert, but if you're kind of low on energy, you know, you want a quick pick-me-upper, this will be it. So I call it my Marcia Energy Bomb. And I basically threw the kitchen sink at it. Okay, so all of the berries and dried fruits and nuts that I tend to use is what I'm incorporating into this energy bomb. So let me just show you the ingredients that we are going to use in this energy bomb. These are our ingredients that we'll be using to make this energy bomb. All of my dried fruits, dried nuts, they're all organic, raw. So starting here, we have our sun-dried figs, Brazilian nuts, goji berry, right? So, you know, goji berries and most of these dried fruits that you are looking at are very high in antioxidant. And so they are, you know, have amazing benefits for us. But the goji berry in particular supports the immune system, and, you know, it is also very good in overall health. It is packed with vitamins and minerals. It improves energy and general well-being. It has about 21 trace minerals, which include copper, zinc, iron, calcium, selenium, and so on. So it is really a superfood. So it's awesome. You should, if you try and incorporate these in whatever you do. Typical prunes. Right, everybody's accustomed to prunes. We're going to use some coconut flakes as part of this as well. Then I've got me some seeded raisins. They're very hard to find, but if you go online and do some research, you will find seeded raisin. Why do I want seeded raisin? Because I only eat seeded grapes. Raisin comes from the grapes, so therefore, I don't want the seedless raisins in the supermarket. I want seeded raisins. Okay. Then we have, they call it golden berries. This is, I refer to it as gooseberry. That's what I know it as. In England, it's called gooseberries. It's small. I'm sure what a fresh one looks like. It's a small yellow fruit that I used to enjoy buying. I still get it fresh, but they have this in the dried. So I bought a packet of that one as well. Then we have our big dog, which is the organic dates. So dates I use, if you watch my videos, for sweetener. I don't use sugar. This is what I use to sweeten up my drink, sweeten up whatever I'm baking, or if I'm making a quick dressing, I want a little bit of hint of sweetness, I use dates. Dates is what's also going to give me, and also gives you this burst of energy as well. And then we have some dried mulberry. Mulberry is in the berry family, clearly, and it's a very small berry that looks like a blackberry, but smaller. So the fresh mulberry is absolutely delicious, but we don't get it every, you know, it's not an all season type berry. So I bought the dried ones. And mulberry is also something that is not very familiar with everyone, but the mulberry itself also has a lot of benefit. Again, it boosts your energy. It boosts your immune system. It has antioxidants. It's promote brain health. It's rich in the omega-3 fatty acids as well. So rich in fiber, magnesium, phosphorus. So it is another, I would say, superfood. And then for nuts, beside the Brazilian nuts, I'm also going to use some walnuts. I've got some cashew nuts, and I have some pistachio nuts. And you see how I'm going to use these. And then I need to add, some cacao powder. This is the virgin cocoa powder. Everybody call it cocoa powder, but this is cacao, and cacao is basically untreated, no sugar added. It's the actual pod itself. I'll show you what one looks like. So this is, my dried one. I basically had one done recently. It looks like that on the outside. This is the cacao pod itself, the whole thing. Let's imagine that this was there. This is the whole pod. Or imagine that it's like this. Yeah, this is what it looks like, right? The whole pod itself. When you open it up on the inside, it looks like this, and it has some, the actual seeds inside with a white flesh surrounding it. Once you remove the seeds and remove and then put the actual seed out in the sun to dry, remove the outer flesh, this is what you get. Right? So this is your cacao, natural cacao beans. On its own, it is, in my opinion, delicious, but it's a nice energy booster. So I have this situated on my countertop, and this morning I had a yoga class and needed a quick little boost of energy. I just pop one in my mouth and chew it away. So it has a bitterish taste. There's no sugar, obviously, so it's not sweet. But this is what the cacao beans actually looks like. And this is what they turn into cocoa and chocolate and so on. But in order to do so, they have to then process it. It's stripped of its nutrients. They added sugar, they added oil, they added artificial flavoring, and so on and so forth. That's what they refer to now when they call it chocolate, right? Whereby cacao, the natural virgin bean, is high again in antioxidants. It's contain a lot of vitamins and minerals. It improves the brain function and just promotes really good overall health. Okay, so it's rich in iron. It's, like I said, an immune supporter. So it gives you all of the energy, it energizes you, and it has copper, magnesium as well, and zinc, and selenium. So it is an awesome fruit, nut, whatever to have to incorporate in. And what I'm using here in this container is just a powder format. It's the same bean being pulsed into a powder, or you can get it as nibs. So I'm just adding a couple of these. It's going to be in my energy bomb just to give it that little crunch that we tend to crave from time to time. And then I'm adding vanilla powder. And again, this is natural organic vanilla powder from the actual vanilla plant itself, the pod that's been, sun-dried and pound out into a powder format. Last thing is maca. Maca powder is like a superfood. Maca powder. So maca is like a potato combined with a radish. That's how it looks on the outside, right? But it's very nutty. It's very, 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 very nutty. and it's basically it's like a nutritional powerhouse. It's like a superfood. Okay, it a lot many regions they use it as some sort of a food supplement in traditional medicine to help with bone issues and poor memory loss and so on. So it really is a very good product to also have into your pantry. It's energy boosting, hence why it made it to my energy bomb. It packs high level of iron, iodine, to promote really good healthy cells. And it's good to help out with your digestion. It has potassium in it as well. It is rich in calcium, amino acid, vitamins, and many, many minerals. So this is a powerhouse right here. You don't need a lot. You can, like what I'm doing, adding it to my energy bomb, because if you've noticed all of the things that I'm talking about, it says it's energy boosted, energy boosted, energy boost. And that's the reason why I'm calling it the energy bomb. But this particular one now, what you can do is to add it to your smoothies. When you make your smoothies, right? You can add it to your smoothies. It has a nice nutty flavor, but also a sweet flavor. So you're looking for a little bit of sweetening, you can add that there as well. So that's all my ingredients. And all I'm gonna do really is to put them into a blender, pound them away, and then roll them out, and I'll show you how I'm going to decorate them. So these are all my ingredients for my energy bomb. So I already showed you all my ingredients in the package. I've basically just laid them all out into the various containers, and everything here you're looking at, they're all half cup of all of these items here. And all I'm going to do is to transfer them now into my processor and whisk away, pulse away, and form my energy bomb. So I'm going to start off with my my Brazilian nuts at the bottom so that it can spend more time there getting all crunched up. I'm just going to put a little bit of water just to help to combine this whole thing together. Put it on my processor, put on the pulse make, and pulse away. So now that you've got your mixture nice, everything is all combined, ready to go. Might have some extra nuts or something that might be a little bit stubborn to get blended out, but no problem. You can just fix that whilst we go along. Then what else do we add to this? So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of pink sea salt. And this is the cacao powder. So this is 1 tablespoon of cacao powder that I'm going to add to my blender. And then I'm also going to add some cocoa nibs as well. But I'm just going to put a few of them because I don't want it all to completely blend out. I want to have a little bit of a crunch. And then this is my vanilla powder that we spoke about earlier, that I don't use the bottle flavoring. I use the actual real vanilla powder. So that was a half a tablespoon. Add that to the mixture. And then maca. Maca going in. Okay, so what's left is really my pistachio and some more of my goji berries and my coconut flakes, which I'll be using for something else, and a little bit of my cocoa nibs. So I'll be using that for something else. So that's the mixture that is pretty much done. I'm just gonna now mix it all together and transform it into a bowl that I'm gonna start using now to make my energy balls. Okay, so the mixture is done and ready to go, ready to be rolled. And all I've done, is just to grind out some of the goji berries so it can have, use it as a topping for my balls. Then I did the same thing. I turned my pistachio nuts into pistachio sand. So I have that ready. And I did the same thing with the coconut flakes, roasted coconut flakes, just so that we can have something extra. And I also have a container here of some of the cacao powder. I have some cacao nibs as well. All right, so I'm just going to roll my balls and roll them into different one of these mixtures because everybody likes something different. Okay, so I did it like that just so that people can pick their favorite whenever you display them at your dinner parties, or if you go somewhere, or if someone comes to visit you and you want to give them a quick snack or a quick something sweet, this is something that you could do. It holds up very nicely in the freezer. That's what I've done the last time. That's what I did. Every time I got a friend of mine coming over, I know she's coming over, I literally just take out the freezer to tow out just a little bit, and she can pop which one she likes, and I put the rest back in the freezer. So that's how it works. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and just go through the process of rolling the balls and rolling them into these 4 different sand, okay? Okay, clean hands and ready to go. So I've got me a spoon and I'm trying to be as equal as possible. So I got me one of these, ice cream scooper to help me as well. So first thing I'm gonna do, this is my container that I'm gonna pack all of my balls in, right? Hopefully it's big enough. So first thing I'm gonna do is just to dust the bottom of this container, just so that they don't stick to the bottom of my bowl, all right? All right, grab my scoop. That's one. Put it in my hands. I get a nice, perfect ball, and I just drop it. This one I'm dropping in is coconut. Twist, 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 twist around. Get as much as a coconut as you like, and then just form it into a bowl, into a ball. That's it. That's it. And voila, one is done. Okay. Same thing now, number 2, same thing. Get me, same size. Nobody can say, oh, she gives, that person a bigger one than me. Nope, they're all the same size. Okay, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but yeah, just twist, twist, twist around here in my pistachio sand. Get it into your hands, and you can actually leave it just like that, because this one is perfect. Okay? Okay, do another one, but this time I'm gonna pop it now into my goji berry superfood. And let's do the same thing. The goji berry is not as flaky as the other nuts, as the coconut and the pistachio nuts. So just kind of grab a few of them and just put it in. And this one you're gonna have to, squeeze, 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 and roll. Squeeze, 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 and roll. Squeeze, 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 and roll. Okay? And then here you go. There. And then do a 4th one. This time, I'm gonna put it into my cacao powder. And there you have it. You have it, the first 4, all done. Okay? Coconut, pistachio, goji berry, and cacao. And all I'm going to do now is just to continue that process. So again, I'm just going to scoop things out and just choose which one I'm going to dip them in and cover them up with the mixture and put them in my bowl, getting ready for them to be in the freezer or for friends who might be popping over later this evening, okay? So this is something that I make all the time. I make it so as to prevent me from having to buy sweet stuff outside, right? So I don't really eat sweets. I don't buy sweets outside. So this is my sweet, but I know what's in my sweets because I am the one who made it. And I know that all the ingredients are packed with, nutrition and minerals and vitamins and trace minerals, energy boosting, and so on. So for that reason, I am very comfortable in having a few of these every now and then. Again, it still is, still has sugar in it, right? I mean, it's natural sugar, but it's still sugar regardless. So you still don't want to have a lot of it in any one setting. So it is still advisable you don't go about wild when you're having these, but you can feel comfortable and safe that these are relatively good for you. So I would say go for it. Go for it. So the only one, okay? So I'm adding cacao nibs to the remainder of my mixture. I forgot about it in the first one, so. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this segment, which is making our energy ball. I hope you do enjoy the recipe. I hope you do try it and let me know what you think. It's very simple. Just get all the ingredients that I use, you don't have to. Use whatever you like to use. But the reason why I use these ingredients, because most of them are considered to be a superfood because they have so much nutrients, trace minerals, give you that energy boost that we're looking for, antioxidant, you know what I mean? So it does have a lot of benefit to us. So the cacao, the maca, the dates, the goji berries, try and see if you can incorporate at least 1 or 2 of those, and then you can add other things to it, okay? So my nuts this time was a little bit of cashew nuts and a little bit of walnut, and then I use my pistachio nuts as my sand for the outside of each of these bowls. But again, you can use whatever nuts you like. I make this sometimes without nuts. So everything else that I have here, but no nuts. And what I do as a nut replacement, I use seeds. So I use my sesame seeds, my chia seed, my hemp seeds. So I use pumpkin seeds. So I use those seeds instead of nuts. But this time when I'm making it, because somebody asked for me to make it and they like it with the nuts in it. So again, just go ahead and try it and let me know what you think. But I think they're beautiful, right? Nice colors on them, very appealing, very pleasing to the eye to eat. So go ahead and enjoy. And like I said, let's just stay away from man's food. Let's try our very best to stay away from man's food and just eat the food that the Creator gave us to eat, okay? So incorporate some of these superfoods into your mixture and enjoy a quick burst of energy whenever you like, or just to satisfy your sweet tooth. God bless. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Peace and blessing to you. Peace and blessing to your family. And let us give all praise and thanks to the Most High. Thank you. Walk good. Bye.
Yeah, yeah. He said also that nation you serve I shall judge. We walk in the wilderness, it hurts so much, so much. I praise him.